Hello and welcome to Austin Anderson Sports Talk, where today is the 2015 NFL Draft Preview. I'll give you some storylines to watch, a little bit of an NFL mock draft, and the big board, where I say the 5 players in this draft that will absolutely succeed and dominate at the next level. With the first pick in the NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to select quarterback Jameis Winston. Now, this pick is basically locked in, as it should be. Winston is one of the most scrutinized prospects to ever come along in the NFL Draft, but he will succeed. He has enormous potential. He has the prototypical size that you want, the arm strength that you want. He's one of the smartest football players to come along in years. Yes, smartest. This guy got academically accepted into Stanford. Stanford? Seriously. Now, my pro comparison for Winston is a pretty common one, but it is one I feel very comfortable with. Ben Roethlisberger. Now, this guy's a big, strong, championship-winning quarterback. Has he ever won the MVP? No. Will he ever? Probably not. But he's a team leader. He's big, strong. He can elude the defense. He's not the fastest guy, but he is tough. And he's smart. And he can win Super Bowls. And that's what Jameis Winston can do. And this is where things get interesting. At number 2, the Tennessee Titans have a very big decision to make. They can choose Marcus Mariota, go with the best defensive player available, or they can trade out. Now, Mariota just won the Heisman. He was ridiculous last season at Oregon. But is he the right guy? Well, the Titans think they might have something in Zach Mettenberger, who was a 6th-round pick last year. But keep in mind, Tom Brady was also a 6th-round pick, and that's who they're hoping they have in Zach Mettenberger. Now, I'm not going to say Zach Mettenberger is going to win a couple MVPs, a couple Super Bowls, and, marry a model. And so if I was the Titans, I'd probably take a risk on Marcus Mariota. But I definitely can see them trading out of this spot. Everybody knows the Eagles, Chip Kelly, former coach of Marcus Mariota at Oregon, wants this kid. But also the Browns, who have 2 first-round picks, the Rams, who always seem to be trading for some kind of quarterback, and of course the Jets, who pick at number 6, and Geno Smith didn't work out because he's terrible. Now, there are definitely some concerns for Marcus Mariota. He's not the most vocal leader. He's had some security issues with the fumbles. He didn't play in a pro-style system at Oregon. And does he have the potential of Jameis Winston? Now, I like Mariota as a prospect. I think he's a really humble guy, great college football player, but I might make some people mad with my pro comparison. I think Mariota translates with a guy like Alex Smith. He wasn't former number 1 overall pick, but he wasn't a guy that lived up to expectations at all. Now, I think Mariota is a good player, and he could potentially make a Pro Bowl. But in terms of winning a Super Bowl with this guy, he could be one we see out of the league pretty quick. And third, the Jacksonville Jaguars are also in a bit of a predicament. They need weapons for their quarterback, Blake Bortles. And Amari Cooper and Kevin White are on the board. But it's the NFL, and everybody needs pass rushers, and that's where Dante Fowler would come in. But also, if you want to succeed in the NFL Draft, you have to take best player available. And that, to me, is Leonard Williams, defensive tackle, USC. Now, he's the top-ranked player on my board, and I think he has the potential to have the biggest impact of anyone in this class. I rank him right up there with the potential impact of guys like J.J. Watt and Ndamukong Suh. And then at 4, the Oakland Raiders, also in a similar position as the Jaguars. They need pass catchers for their rookie quarterback last year. David Carr played probably the best, maybe him and Teddy Bridgewater. They played the best out of any rookie quarterback last season, far better than Blake Bortles, Johnny Manziel. And so who do they take? Amari Cooper from Alabama, 6'1", 4'4", 40, unbelievably productive with a pretty not impressive quarterback last season in Blake Sims. Or do they go for the bait? Do they take Kevin White, the electrifying wide receiver out of West Virginia, who also put up fantastic numbers last year and wowed at the combine? You see, with Cooper, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a Reggie Wayne, a Marvin Harrison type guy who could potentially be a great player in the history of the league. But Kevin White, he's got Dez Bryant written all over him. He's got size, he's got speed. I think the Raiders are wowed with the impressive workouts of Kevin White, and I think they take him, and I don't think that's a bad pick. And 5th, the Redskins. If the board plays out like this, I expect the Redskins to trade out. Although Dante Fowler is still on the board, who is probably the best edge rusher in this class, but he has the speed and he has the athleticism to sack the quarterback, which is what he's going to be paid millions of dollars to do. And so that mock draft compares very favorably to my top 5 players, who I think are by far the 5 best and have the biggest potential to be superstars in the NFL. At 1, there's Leonard Williams, 2, Jameis Winston, 3, Amari Cooper, 4, Kevin White, and 5, Brandon Sheriff, who we haven't talked about yet, who is Mr. Do-It-All. He can play tackle, he can play guard, and he just goes about his business. He's an absolute star from small town Denison, Iowa. You know, he might be going from small town Iowa to big time New York City, but it doesn't matter where this guy plays. You plug him in and he's going to be a star. He's going to do his job incredibly well, and nobody's probably ever going to hear about him, because that's the guy he is. An absolute star, a humble star, and a future NFL All-Pro. All right, folks, that's it. It's one of the best times in the sporting year. All of the research, the tape watching, everything comes to an end on Thursday and throughout the weekend when the 2015 NFL Draft finally comes to Chicago. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.